A lot of times we go to the doctor and tell them this is wrong. They don't have a, clear-cut cure. They don't even offer a cure. They tell you, take this medication, it will help with the symptoms, but it may cause these other symptoms along the way. Okay? So, and then your issue is going to be different from somebody else's issue because you're not the same person. And because they don't know a very precise way to heal the body, they practice. And so they may try this medication and then try that medication. If that don't bring your blood pressure down, we'll try this. If that don't deal with your diabetes, we'll try this. So they're guessing at the end of the day. They have some solutions to symptoms, but we have to get to the core of who and what we are and what's going on within our bodies. We have to be in tune. We cannot leave our health and wellness up to anybody else. It is our responsibility. Now, when I say our responsibility, it's our responsibility to seek out for ourselves the best way to heal the body. At this point in time, there's only one person in the United States that went to court and proved that they could heal diabetes, HIV, high blood pressure, kidney disease, and that is Dr. Sadie. Okay? And I'll give him his credit because even though he's no longer with us, he did a lot of research and found ways to heal the body. Most of us have a lot of toxins in our body, and then that's a domino effect. So herbs help to feed the body, but it helps to cleanse the body. And we have to put our bodies in a state where it will accept the herbs. Okay? Herbs are natural. You cannot OD on natural herbs. You cannot have too much oregano. Now, when I say that, if you sit there and eat a pound of oregano, I'm sure there's going to be some kind of effect. But if you do things, in moderation, we never have to overdo, the things that we, putting in our body. So, you don't want to be, you don't want to not think about what you're doing and not seek out, professional help. It's a lot of information out there. You may want to really be in touch with an herbalist, someone who has studied herbs to help you deal with your particular issue. Some things are general for anybody and everybody, but you may want to get those specific things for you. Okay. So again, why herbs? Why we take herbs is because God put them on this planet for us. There's no, simpler answer than that, is that the God created that for us. So fruits and vegetables, although that's not considered an herb, but it is because you can use the leaves from all of them to make teas, and you will receive the same benefits that you do from that fruit or that vegetable. Okay. And we did it a lot when we were in Belize. We had all kind. I had avocado tea. Okay. I know it sounds weird, but we were at a friend's house and they asked, would we like some avocado tea? They went outside off of the tree, picked some leaves and came in and made some tea. And it was wonderful. It really was wonderful. And I was in the best shape of my life, I believe, in Belize. Outwardly, I think I was still dealing with some stuff because when I came back from Belize, that's when I found out I had kidney disease. But it was probably something that was developing from a long time ago, because of the lifestyle that I was living as a younger person, just, eating McDonald's and Burger King and sneakers and, those things that unfortunately taste so good, but, just because you loving it, don't mean it's loving you. That's real. Just because you loving it, don't mean it's loving you.
That's
and
right.
Most of us, especially in our older years, are feeling the results of what we did when we were younger.
Come on now.
And although we think that, I can eat these French fries and it's not affecting me, but it is. You know, anything that you do over a period of time, it's either going to bring you life or bring you death. So the more often that you're putting the best in your body, the better your body is going to respond. The better when something happens, your body can heal from. And I use Minister Farrakhan as an example. This man right now today is living with half of his organs. He is 87 years old. He looks absolutely gorgeous, but he's dealing with half of his organs. Well, the reason he's able to continue to function that way is because how he ate for years of one meal a day, fruits and vegetables. And if he ate meat, he ate clean meat, meaning he didn't go to Walmart and get the chicken. And I'm not trying to offend nobody because I know all of us, our pockets are funny, but I just feel if you're going to eat meat, you need to get the best quality of meat that you can because they're killing us through our food. Okay. And because they're killing us through our food, we got to try and get the best or minimize what it is that we are eating. So let's say if you have to go to Walmart and get the chicken, okay, and it's not the best because it's got chemicals. Well, if you eat twice a day, then let just one of those meals be with meat. Try one meal without meat, where you're having your fruits and vegetables and maybe some navy beans, which navy beans are an awesome bean with a lot of nutrition, and we're going to deal with that in one of our shows where we're going to talk about nothing but navy beans. But the cutting the amount of meat that you eat in your diet, you will be surprised how you can not even miss it. Okay, switch it to fish, until you get to that point where you don't need either one. But limit the amount or get the best quality possible. A lot of farmers markets sell meat, clean meat, halal meat, kosher meat. You can go to a kosher deli, a Muslim deli, and find these meats. Yes, it's going to be a little bit more expensive because of the process that they go through to even kill the animal, what they feed the animal, all of that goes, into it. But anyway, we're talking about herbs, and why we should take the herbs. There are companies out here that have studied Chinese herbalism and I say Jamaican herbalism because, or Belizean herbalism. When we were in Belize, Dr. Arzu and Mama Shireen were two of the herbalists on the island that the Black culture dealt with. And they knew how to go and get those bitters. When I was going through some different things while I was in Belize, they gave me herbs that helped me through what it was that I was going through. Okay. And they worked. They were from the earth. They were organic. They grew them. I knew who my grower was. And those herbs helped my body, helped me to heal and what I was going through. So, having a good herbalist that is not in it for the money, but is in it for the healing. And like I said, those two, and of course, we were there with the Forgotten Foods Remembered. That's Kaya and Baratunde. Excellent brother Baratunde is an excellent herbalist. He loves, and I've seen him because I worked with him for a couple of years, and I've actually seen him go into that lab and what he puts into it, the energy, the crystals that he brings into the environment, even the vibration of the music, that is being played, and everything that helps that herb harmonize, and how long he allows it to sit with the mother. That's what he would call it, the mother, the original plant, and how long. I mean, sometimes he would plant it in the earth for years.
That's right.
And so when and trust the person, because there's a lot of stuff on the market when it comes to herbs. So, I'm going to give you all more people that I've personally dealt with and maybe even have them on the show so that they can share their story as well. We'll do a Zoom, where they can share their story and what it is that they do, and you can get to know them and move closer to a more natural way of healing the body. Okay, the kidneys, they are an organ, and they absorb and they cleanse and they clean the body of toxins. But a lot of times, what happens is the little filters inside of them become clogged, and then it's not cleaning out the toxins from the body. And at one point, it may even stop producing urine. Okay, so for me, where I am now, I'm still stage 5 kidney failure and on dialysis. But does that mean I stop with trying to help my kidneys? No, not at all. If you stop and just depend on a machine and think you can go and eat anything because the machine is going to clean it, no, you're going to feel horrible. Like a lot of people, they got that up and they down. They sit there and they drink everything they want to drink, all kind of Coca-Colas, and I got to have a case of this, and and then you're harming your body. You're harming your body and pushing yourself closer to the grave. I told y'all before in the other video, I'm not politically correct, so I hope y'all love me anyway. But you have to still put your body in the best condition in order to heal. The body wants to heal. The body was made to be in perfect condition. When God created you, when he put your organs together so your heart and your lungs and all your organs can function together, he did it to function in harmony, in perfect harmony. But so, since the body wants to heal, we have to put it in the best condition to heal. Okay? So, you can't eat a whole lot. Okay? We have to cut back on the amount that we eat and what it is that we eat, and make sure you're putting herbs in everything that you eat, meaning the oregano. Okay, make sure you put your garlic and your onions in what it is that you're cooking. I can't say whatever you're cooking, but you can put that in a lot. You put your sage. Find out what these herbs actually do and get the best. The ones from the dollar store, a lot of times they have fillers in it, or the cheap ones at Kroger's, Public, places like that. They usually have fillers in it, especially your pepper. If you can get the peppercorn and grind it yourself, then you really can see what it is that you're getting instead of it already being ground down for you. So remember, you can even go and look it up yourself as to what is an herb and why we need it in our bodies, because God made it. He made it for us. He made it to heal the body, to help the body function in its proper manner. Okay, so we want to definitely add that to our life. Remember, your life is precious. It is precious, not just to you, because I do. I mean, my life is precious to me, but my husband loves me.
That's right.
And my life is precious to him.
That's right.
And the longer I'm here with him, the happier he's going to be. I don't drive him crazy that much.
No.
Our families love us and they need us. And let's say if you don't have a lot of family, you don't know what God has planned for you. You don't know the family he has planned for you, waiting on you.
That's
okay?
Right.
So if you give up now because I'm tired of this, I'm tired of this machine, I got to go on it all the time, and I got to do this, and yes, you do. And you keep pushing and you keep going, because the desires that you had before this issue can still be accomplishments tomorrow.
That's right.
But you got to put yourself in a better condition so that you can feel better, so that you can have the energy that you need, so that you can build your desire to get out the house, or even if you're in the house, because of course we're on lockdown here in Arizona. But I find that I'm busier now in quarantine than I was before the quarantine. I wasn't really going outside, a lot before, because I was getting to my healing. But now that I feel so much better, now that I have more energy, I am so busy. I really don't have enough hours in the day to do everything that it is that I set on my agenda to do. And I love it. I love it. I am more creative than I have been in so many years. I mean, doing plenty and cooking. Well, my husband still cooks a lot, but when I feel it, I'm in that kitchen, I'm cooking, I'm canning,
Right.
I'm preserving foods for us to have at a later date. So if my husband don't feel like cooking, I can go in the cabinet and say, hey, let's have some chili tonight.
Right.
Because that's something that I did. I put, some food, real food that I know everything that's inside of it because I did it myself.
That's right.
And that's another important part of healing is preparing your food. Some people are single, so I understand cooking for one is for me was almost impossible. Cooking for two was hard, but cooking for one, that was hard. But if you learn to just cook a meal and then freeze it, put them into, they have all these dinner trays now, takeout trays that you can make your plate, put it in the freezer, put it in the refrigerator, and have it so that you don't have to cook every day.
Right.
Right. So, we have to be creative in saving our own lives. You can't get lazy. You can't get mad. I don't feel like this. And why should I, do this and do that? And you have to. This is for you. You are the only you have. You are the only you this world has.
That's right.
And you are important to this process. You are important, in making a better world. So, my heart goes out to everybody who is dealing with serious illnesses because I know what it's like and I experience it every day. But I stay away from depression. And the way that I stay away from depression is getting active in my life.
That's right.
And loving my life and loving what God gave me and knowing that He doesn't put any burden on us more than what we can handle.
That's right.
So why did He give you your disease? Why did He allow it to happen? He didn't give it to you. Let me take that back. He didn't give us anything. Most of us put ourselves in the situation through eating. Okay? That's what happened. Or doing drugs or, just a form of mistreatment to ourselves. But it's okay because we didn't know no better. But now we know better, so we're going to do better. Okay? So now that He allowed this to happen to us, He allowed it to happen so that you can overcome it. See, when you start overcoming obstacles in your life, you start seeing God in you better.
That's right. That's right.
You see that God is in you. God is with you. God has given you the strength to overcome these obstacles that are in your life. They no longer hold you. They don't bind you. Especially now in 2020. See, 2020 is God's hour. Okay? You're born in this time for a reason. You're born to succeed. You're born to be successful and to establish the kingdom of God. Well, you can't do that sitting around having a pity party, feeling sorry for yourself, and watching TV all day.
Come on now.
We can't do that. There's no place for that right now because success is right in our hands. Okay? What that success means to you and me is two totally different things, right? But whatever it is, it's yours. And God wants to give it to you. So, seek ye the kingdom of God and all its righteousness, and all these things will be added onto you. Okay? So we're going to get that connect with the Creator. We're going to get that connect with the earth and the herbs that He's given to us from the earth. Reconnect to what is natural. Get away from the $5 jewelry. Because it ain't nothing natural about all of that they put in there. Okay? Let's get to things lotions that we put on our bodies. Get to something natural. If you don't understand what the ingredients are, you shouldn't eat it. You shouldn't put it on your body. And you shouldn't drink it.
That's right.
Read your ingredients. If they're not talking about garlic powder, oregano, even when you're looking at your spices, get away from artificial flavoring, or even when it says natural flavoring, they don't want to tell you what that is.
That's right.
And it's a chemical. It may have derived from something natural, but they put chemicals to create something different. So if you have questions and you want to ask some questions about what we're talking about, please feel free to do that. Send me a hey, what's up? Um, so that we can answer those questions for you. Because the show, I want to share as much as I can with you of what I know, to help you along in your journey. This is my journey of dealing with kidney failure. I'll deal with diabetes and high blood pressure because that's what led to the kidney disease. So I know for me today, I am 52 years old and I feel really good. And although I have stage 5 kidney disease, I'm on dialysis. Most people my age in this condition don't feel like I do. They don't, their test results don't come out the way that it do. My test results right now, I'm pretty much right at where I am supposed to be, what they expect my numbers to be in order to maintain a healthy lifestyle. So I'm doing that. Okay. Sugar diabetes is almost completely under control. Still working on the blood pressure with my naturopathic doctor to make some things happen. But I feel good. I'm not laid up in the bed on dialysis one day. So that take up your whole day. The next day you're sick, and trying to prepare for the next day to go on dialysis. I'm not dealing with that because of my lifestyle. I strive right now I was on 2 meals a day because of my medications. I would eat something in the morning and then eat my meal at night. But I started about 2 weeks ago on 1 meal a day. And most days I've been sticking to it. I had a couple of days where I didn't feel my best, so I had to eat something to, replenish the body. Because if you don't eat enough in that one meal, then your body doesn't have enough. So you got to always make sure you have enough, even if you're doing herbal teas. Okay, which there are a lot of great herbal teas out there that you can drink to give your body the nutrients that it needs. Um, my brother Nate used to always say when we were younger, and we were both really big, food is love. And I understand that statement because when we get together as family, we eat, and food is comforting. But today we got to understand that food can either take us here or take us, keep us here, or take us out of here. Okay. So because food has that power, we have to realize that we need to have food for nutrition, not for pleasure. You can make your nutritious food pleasurable. You can do that. But you can uh, make your food, drink your teas with your herbs and your nutrients, and then have your good meals. So again, even after the show, if you have questions, you can still email me. You can hit me up on Facebook on Love My Kidneys, which is growing into a foundation. You can also purchase to support at etsy.com/Nafiza Ali. No, shop backwards slash Nafiza Ali. NAFEEZAHALI. And it's actually on the page, so you can just click on it if you don't remember it. So I want to close with that, family. Why herbs? Because God created them for us. They're the best thing for your body when it comes to healing. Modern medicine or Western medicine never tells you heal. They never say that. They say take this medicine to help. They have no plans to heal your body. So you have to now take control And one of the ways to take control is to learn what your body needs, what your body is missing, and then give your body that herb so that your body can begin to heal. So I love you all. I appreciate you. Be sure to go look at them first 3 videos. They were awesome. I enjoyed them after watching them again, and definitely gave me some direction for the shows to continue. We will be a lot more consistent with the shows at least once a week. I'll send you stuff throughout the week, but face to face, we'll do it at least once a week. And kind of like Fridays, we'll see how it goes. Send me your opinion and your thoughts. And that's all that I have to share for today, guys. I love you much. Hun, did you have anything you want to say?
Yeah, just a few short points. You know, one thing that a lot of people don't necessarily take into consideration is that when you're dealing with health challenges and your partner, they love you and they're there, then they're going through that with you. They're going through that with you. Even though you feeling the effects, like for me, I'm a solutionary. So when I see that my wife is tired, when I see that she's not feeling her best, my natural thing is always to try to figure out, what can I do? Is it anything I could say? Is it anything that I can do to assist her with what she's going through? Now, sometimes you can, but you also have to realize that there are times when you just will not be able to do anything other than pray and try to be as supportive as you can possibly be in that situation.
Right.
Now, I just want to say this: in going through these illnesses, these ailments, you know, we have to keep it real. At times, it frustrates you as well.
That's true.
As the caretaker or as the husband. But one thing that we all have to understand, and what my wife touched on, was that why did Allah bring that? Why did Allah bring that into our lives? Because He didn't only bring it into her life, He also brought it into our lives. Because as she deals with it, that means that I have to deal with it too. And when you know that you're dealing with a family, dealing with someone that has health challenges, family, then one thing is that you should be a support system as a collective, finding out what you can do to help that person, finding out what you need to do to help them to be able to go through that as easily as they can, because this has been years journey. This has been years journey. This haven't been 1 day or 1 week. This has been years with us. But I always pray and I always try my best to stay grounded and be able to try to be of good help and good assistance for my wife as well as my son. We try to be there for her. I'm always looking up things. What are some things we can add in? What are some treatments that we may be able to try? I mean, we've done acupuncture, we've done Reiki, we've done sound therapy, we've done crystal therapy, we've done, of course, herbs, massage. And because healing is not just one thing, because when one thing is out of whack in the body, it affects other things too. It affects the mental, it affects the spiritual, it affects the physical, So, as a husband whose job it is to maintain, then I have to look at that and I have to see what I can do to assist my wife. Meaning, she can't go to the store and things like she used to be able to do without difficulty at times. So I had to step that up. She may not be able to clean, as she used to. So I have to step that up. I'm not saying this for applause or anything like that. I'm just speaking from another perspective that other people may not know. Just remember, if your husband is there, your wife is there, and you're going through this type of ailment, they're right there with you. If they truly love you, they're right there with you. They taking that to bed at night the same way you are. They're praying right along with you, or they should be. And that's the thing. When you're dealing with that, the biggest thing that I feel is, of course, the reliance on Allah. Because as the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said, healing begins with God. It's not the doctors, it's not the herbs, it's not the medicines. The healing starts with God. The healing starts with God. Now, whatever name you may call God, God, the Most High, Jah, whatever name you call him, that's where the healing begins. And remember, it says that basically God would try us. He's going to try us. And at times severely. In the Quran, it says 3 times a year. Severely. So sometimes the trial is short. Sometimes the trial is long. But again, the race is not to the swift or to the strong. It's to those who can endure to the end. And when you have a loved one that is dealing with a life-threatening ailment, you have to keep that in your mind at all times, that person may not be feeling their best. I just share with you quickly, and because I don't want to take all day, this. I used to sit and wonder, why is it so difficult for her to, get out of the bed? Why is it so difficult for her to do these things? And I knew that she was dealing with a life-threatening illness, but I didn't realize that not only did it make her tired, but it made her brain not think as clearly. And so when we started to learn as we were going through dialysis treatment, I said, so that's what it was all the time. That's what it was. And so as we began doing dialysis in combination with continuing our herbal regimen, eating to live, and I began to see my wife to get her energy back again, her creativity back again, her willingness to go and do again. It was like, man, I got my wife back. We may not be able to do all the things that we used to do because she's still dealing with things. But nonetheless, it was a great beam of light that came out of that. And like she said, you can't give up because you don't know what's going to come into your life that may be able to help change that situation. Just remember this. You and I are from the earth. So whatever ailment we're dealing with, the cure is in the earth.
That's right.
The cure is in the earth. It may be the bark of a tree. It may be the seed of a plant. It may be a flower. It may be some different food that you eat. But it is in this earth. God has took into consideration everything that we need. And even if it's quote unquote a new disease, remember there's nothing new under the sun. It may be new to them, but something like it have happened before. And so because something like it have happened before, and God is a far-seeing God down the wheels of time, then that means that he's already prepared things down into the eons of time that you would be able to go get and to cure yourself.
That's right.
He's already considered that. This is why he is the beneficent. He gives. He's already took things into consideration that you haven't necessarily took into consideration, but he's all wise, all knowing, far seeing.
Right.
So he can see. And this is why your walk with him in that ailment has to be strong, because when you feel like you're going to give up, then the answer could be right there around the corner.
Right.
It could be coming to you. See, I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to get ready to shut it down. Remember this. When you pray, God answers prayers through people and through things. So when you pray, you should start listening. When you pray, you should start looking for your answer. Because Allah says, let them know that I am closer to them than their own jugular vein. He's always right there. And the answer a lot of times is right in front of you. But we have to humble ourselves. We have to seek assistance through prayer. We have to seek assistance through patience, because your salvation, your healing, your cure, it may take some time. It's not an abracadabra thing. A lot of us think that when God say be healed is snap, and overnight it's going to be. Sometimes it is like that, but oftentimes it is not, because it takes time for the body to bring itself back into balance.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
It takes time for the body to bring itself back into balance. So just like she said, I just want to reiterate it again. Don't give up. Don't get down. It may be a hard trial, a hard situation, a hard thing that you're going through, but remember Job, because he had all those diseases, all of his riches, all of them, his family even left. But he kept his faith in God, and at the end of it, he was healed, and he was able to get everything back again.
That's right.
So just remember that, family. Don't give up. It is not the problem itself. It is how you go through the trial. So we're taught, lastly, that when a trial comes to our life, that we seek assistance through patience. We seek assistance through prayer, right?
Right.
But also, you have to be patient enough to understand that your answer is on its way.
Right.
Your answer is on its way. Just remember that your answer is on its way. Keep listening. Keep studying. Keep thinking. It may come to you in the dream of the middle of the night. You don't know how it's going to come, But the question is, the first thing to be healed is, do you believe that the God outside of yourself and the God within have the ability to heal?
Absolutely.
That's the great start. You can overcome all things, you say, through Christ that strengtheneth you. We're taught all impossibility was destroyed when Almighty God Allah created himself out of triple darkness. So, brothers and sisters, with that, we just want to say this. We're going to have one more show about an hour or so. We're going to be over on the Queen of Rap. We're going to be over on the Queen of Rap, and we're going to deal with a few things dealing with holistic healing jewelry and things like that. So
we're going to have some jewelry for sale.
We're going to have some jewelry for sale as well. So if you're not friends with us on the Queen of Rap, please go there, become friends, and follow us. If you're not friends with us on MindSpark LLC, please go there and become friends with us. If you're not friends with us on this station, Love My Kidneys,
go
please
ahead, get connected.
Go ahead and get connected, because we're going to be bringing you a lot of information, a lot of things, a lot of jewels. And, you know, we want to continue to be able to bring you things like this. We want to give a shout out to our brother, Ben X, man. I'm so proud of that young brother, 26 years old, and his whole team, man, because he showed us the power of social media, and we're going to work it. And when we get to where we want to get to, even as we begin to burst through that darkness, if you will, we're going to begin to give our testimony for our brother. So if you're looking for a way to build your digital real estate, look, man, get in Brother Ben X class, the Abs Tribe. Get in that. This young brother and Brother Jake is bringing it.
Yes, sir.
I mean, we just went through getting started, and we've learned so much already.
We started.
That's right. And then we're gonna jump into week 1. This is a 6-week course.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Brother Ben.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for inspiring us. We appreciate that. Thank you, Brother Jake, and your whole staff. Absolutely. Man. We really appreciate you all. Look, before we go, we always want to leave you with a call to action. And that call to action is love yourself, love one another, be good to yourself, be good to one another. If you want to support us, look, you can go again to www.etsy, that's E as in Edward, T as in Tom, S as in Sam, Y as in Yankee.com. Yes, I can actually, I can put it in there. I don't know how many people watching on here, so I will put it in the chat here.
I got you.
And she's going to put it in the chat over there so that you all are knowing. But again, www.etsy.com /shop, SHOP /Nafeeza, NAFEECAHALI. And we have some products there. That you can look at, some products from a good company called Quantum RD. If you're looking to deal with your immune system, that Alpha 7 will help heighten that immune system. We also, like my wife is dealing with kidney failure, the Kidney Restore is really good. It helped with her pain in her back and everything. And I mean, it's part of it. I mean, we do other things too, but you can go there and check that out. We got other things on there. So we appreciate your support if you want to do that. We're in the process of building the Love My Kidneys Foundation, which will give access to not only kidney patients, but those that are suffering different diseases to natural alternative healing methodology and help them to be able to afford that. So we're going to be looking for good herbalists and doctors and naturopaths to speak with in the future, because we definitely want to do that and bring you on the show so that you can actually help our people with what it is that they may have questions. We don't have all the answers. We're not going to tell you that we have all the answers. All we trying to do is share our story so that you can be inspired. All right. So, brothers and sisters, we love you. Be good to yourself. Be good to one another. If you don't know, nobody told you. We love you.
We love you.
And God loves you most of all.
He does. He loves you.
That's right. So, Assalamu alaikum. Peace be on to you. Hotep, Black Power. And you have a wonderful, wonderful, as my brother Ben says, blacknificent day.
I like that. Peace, y'all.
All right. Peace, fam.